My name is Emily 27F. I always knew my parents loved my brother, Jake, more than me. It wasn't subtle. He got everything, new clothes, the best schools, all the attention. I got whatever was left over. If he wanted something, they made it happen. If I needed something, I was told to figure it out on my own. I spent years pretending it didn't bother me, but deep down, I knew the truth. To them, Jake was the golden child, and I was just there. When I was 17, things finally boiled over. It started with an argument, something stupid, probably about chores or money, but the resentment had been building for years, and this time, my father snapped. "You're nothing but an ungrateful burden," he shouted. "If you don't like it here, get out." At first, I thought it was an empty threat. Parents don't just throw their kids out over an argument, right? But then my mother stormed into my room, grabbed my bag, and started shoving my clothes inside. "Since you think you can take care of yourself, go prove it," she hissed. I begged them to stop, but my father grabbed the bag, yanked me toward the front door, and before I could say another word, he shoved me outside. The door slammed shut. I pounded on it, screaming for them to let me back in. The lights inside flickered off, one by one. My breath hitched in the cold night air as I stood there, stunned. They really did it. They really threw me out. I had nowhere to go. No money, no plan. But there was one person who didn't turn me away, Aunt Linda. She was my father's older sister, and she knew exactly what kind of man he was. After all, their parents had done the same thing to her years ago. She took me in without hesitation, gave me a warm meal, a place to sleep, and even co-signed my student loan so I could go to college. Meanwhile, Jake continued to live his golden boy life. My parents paid for his tuition, gave him spending money, even bought him a car. And, of course, he had Rachel, the picture-perfect girlfriend. Too perfect, really. While Jake partied his way through college, I was working part-time, studying late into the night, surviving on instant ramen and coffee. When I finally graduated and landed a job as a software engineer, it felt like I could finally breathe. But the real turning point came when my company was stuck on a complex project. No one could solve it. I worked on it night and day, refusing to give up. When I finally cracked the problem, my boss was so impressed that I got a massive promotion and an even bigger bonus. With that money, I paid off my student loans. Then I bought a car. And then, finally, I bought a house, a place that was truly mine. By then, Jake's perfect life had crumbled. Rachel had convinced him to sell the apartment our parents had put in his name. She promised they would invest in a business together. He sold it, handed over the money, and just months later, she left him for a richer guy. Jake was left broke, jobless, and desperate. And suddenly, my parents, who had once thrown me out like garbage, were calling. Not to apologize, not to ask how I was, but to ask for money. At first, I ignored them. Then the messages became more frequent, more desperate. "Jake is struggling. You need to help your family. After everything we've done for you, this is how you repay us? We raised you. You owe us." I refused. They didn't take it well. First came the guilt trips, then the insults. "You're so ungrateful," my mother spat. "You wouldn't even have that job if we hadn't raised you," my father sneered. Then, the threats. "If you don't help, we'll sue you for financial support." I laughed. Actually laughed. "You made your choice years ago," I said, voice cold. "Live with it." Aunt Linda just shook her head. "They did the same thing to me," she said. "And when your father failed, they came crawling back. Don't fall for it."
Like and comment more to tag you on part 2.